What's going on, man? It's your boy Clogs, and I'm back with another video, man. Look, if I'm not starting, so I'm not going nowhere. Look! So before I actually get into talking about what I'm going to be talking about today, let me just say something. So at some point in time, I didn't own any boots. But as y'all know, I have the desert boots, I have some collegiate boots, I also have some Solomon boots. At some point in time, I just started acquiring a lot of boots, and I don't know where that came from, because I've always been a sneaker guy. And then last year, I bought a pair of the ALD Garden Mules. I was in the market for a mule, something I could just slide on and just go about my day. And I got that pair. And then I got another pair. And then I got the Super Birkis. And then I got the shoes I'm gonna be talking about today. And now I've landed on, I'm gonna make this a series. So I'm trying to figure out who has the best clog or mule on the market right now. And that's gonna be its own separate video as I continuously buy more clogs / mules. And then I'm gonna make a bracket on who has the best clog on the market. But that's not what this video is. This video is actually gonna be a review of these. The new addition to my clog / mule collection. This is gonna be from a brand called Gardenheir.
Nope.
Gardenheir?
Nope.
Ear?
Nope.
Eir?
Nope.
Words are hard. And I'm really just gonna give my initial reaction thoughts on this shoe. I'm not gonna get into, everything about it just now. As y'all know, I typically like to just wear these for a couple of days, just get how I feel about them after rocking them for, a lot of hours, let's say. But initial feelings about this shoe. Let me just say this right off the bat. When I got these in hand, I felt a difference. Like, these shoes are way heavier than the ALD Garden Mule and the Super Birkis from Birkenstock. Like, these are absolutely heavier. But does that mean they're necessarily better constructed than the ALD Garden Mule or the Birkis? I don't know. I haven't worn these outside yet. I haven't worn them in public, so I don't know how they're gonna hold up. But there's other things about this shoe just right off the bat that I noticed. As far as quality control, there's a lot of just little things like this. There's like holes. I don't know if you see that. There's like holes on the bottom of the shoe, on top of the shoe, around the sole, like just random little holes, which I don't know if this shoe is like 3D printed. I don't know like how they constructed this, because I know this is like rubber. I don't know how they constructed the shoe, but like quality control, it seems like there's like a lot of just little nicks and knacks on the shoe. Especially when you pay for something, you don't necessarily want to see like holes like right here. I don't know if you guys can see that. Just like random little things. Obviously, it's not like a big concern because I can tell right off the bat, it's a little bit better grade of rubber. I don't know if there's low grades or high grades or not, but it feels like this is way more constructed than the ALD Garden Mule or the Super Birkis. Another call out is the insole on this looks good. It's definitely thicker than both pairs that I already have. It has this little part on the bottom, which I'm assuming is going to increase airflow. I don't know what the real purpose is, but it seems like it's going to help as far as like supporting the foot, be able to cool down. But this feels really good. Like, this is already feeling better than both, and I already felt really strong about how the ALD insole was, but this feels way better already. So I'm interested to see how they hold up over a week of wear. Overall, looks basically like both pairs. Again, it has this tech on the inside, which I'm assuming is like something to help with airflow in the shoe. But then as I look at it now, there is it looks like it's been chewed at already. Like a dog just took it and started shaking his jaws. I don't know. And that may be just because it may be a mold. I don't know, again, if it's 3D printed, then I can see that. If it's a mold or something else, but again, being a consumer, you don't really want to see that stuff. Again, there's good things, there's bad things already. But I'm interested to see, when I did put these on, they did feel really good. They feel like my foot's really secure in the shoe. It absolutely feels different than the other pairs that I have. And it also feels like I'm a little bit higher. Like, these are add a little bit more height to my already 6'5", because I'm 6'5", or I'm 6'5". So it feels like I'm 6'7" in these. As we make our way to the bottom, it has some good traction. So again, I talked about the traction on the Super Birkis. I think that traction is really good, really strong. The ALD one, knowing that I already had a pair for a year, I can't really say the traction is too good because it's like there's not much, even on a new fresh pair, the traction is not really there. I think this pair definitely aligns with the Super Birki pair. But again, this is just to get my initial reactions, thoughts on the shoes, what they look like right out the box. Again, not the biggest fan of like the little small little holes around the shoe and then like this little piece hanging off right here. Not really a big fan of that. But all in all, I think the overall construction and shape of this one falls like right next to the ALD Garden Mule. So again, I'll probably wear these for a full week. You know, I'll go to the gym in them. I'll just do daily activities, work, all those type of things. And I'll come back in a week with my review on the Gardenheir Garden Clog. I'll catch y'all in a week. Yeah. Just let me take this off. All right, so this is gonna be the review portion of the Gardenheir. Again, I still don't know how to pronounce the name of this company. I don't plan on fixing it. But I kind of want to just lean into Gardenheir because then it would make it seem like this is like the Air Jordan of the Garden Clog game. This is the best of the best and it doesn't get better than this. So I'm gonna just lean into Gardenheir. But this is gonna be the review portion of this right here, the Garden Clog from Gardenheir. Now again, my hope when it comes to my reviews is somebody has this in their cart. You know, wherever you are in the world, you have it in your cart and you're just like, before I click purchase, has somebody covered these shoes? Now there may be a review or somebody gave some commentary on it on Instagram Reels or TikTok, but I went to YouTube trying to find somebody at least covering these just so I can see like what other people are talking about when it comes to these. But I haven't seen these talked about anywhere on YouTube. And maybe I just haven't found that account yet. But again, when I just type it in on YouTube, I don't find anything about these. So if I'm the first, cool. And if I'm not the first, great. So again, I don't want to waste our time. Let's go ahead and jump into the review of the Gardenheir Garden Clog. Now y'all know me, when it comes to anything shoe related, footwear related, I need to know, is it comfortable? Like, can I wear these for a long period of time without wanting to take them off? Now, as I mentioned in my YouTube short on these, as soon as I unbox these and I put them in my hand, the first thing that I notice is the weight difference. Like, these are way heavier than my ALD Garden Mules and my Super Birkis from Birkenstock. Like, I would say that these are probably like 2 pounds heavier. Like, there's just like a significant weight difference when it comes to these right here and the other Garden Mule or Mule type shoes that I have. Like, these are significantly different. Not only in the weight, but the overall structure of the shoe is a little bit more structured. And as I shown in the YouTube short, damn, this thing is in there. Ooh. So the shoe alone is super structured as well, but also the insole on this shoe is like super thick, way thicker than the other shoes. And I haven't had the opportunity yet to fully break these in just because I feel like they are so structured that I haven't broken them in yet. So this review is going to be solely based on the week that I had in them. So going to the gym, going to work, you know, running errands and doing everything that I do, just walking around wise, like this is going to be a review on that. And I will, because I've done it with my other ones, I will provide an update maybe like 3 to 4 months later, once they've actually broken in what the condition is. But comfortability wise, I would say they fall right in the middle compared to the ALD Garden Mule being probably the most comfortable as far as like garden mules, and the Super Birkis being uncomfortable or like the least comfortable of the bunch. These fall in the middle. Like, they are comfortable, don't get me wrong, they're comfortable, but they're not as comfortable as the ALD Garden Mule. And what I contribute that to is like they're a little bit more structured than the other ones. Like these are really structured. Like you can tell there was more work put into these than the other ones. Like the other ones are super light, super flimsy. Even the insole, you know, is super flimsy themselves. These are structured through and through. Like from the shoe to the insole, like these are really structured. So even when I put my foot into it, like my foot is just like set. There's like no extra wiggling. There's no extra anything. Like once your foot is in there, it's in there. And I'm curious to see once I do break them in and once they are kind of like my shoe and it kind of molds to my foot, how well that holds up. But overall, the comfortability wise, like it is comfortable. Don't get me wrong. Like for the most part, most of these shoes are comfortable up to a certain point, i.e. the Super Birki on Birkenstock. But these are comfortable. I didn't have any issues walking. Went to the gym in these. I did the stair climber. Like there was like no real issues. Like there wasn't like any pain up here. My foot felt secure in the shoe. Like there was no issue. So comfortability wise, these are definitely a good shoe to buy. So if you're like curious and you want to just click on now, comfortability wise, they're good. Now let's get into styling. And I won't spend much time here just because like similar to the other shoes that I've already covered in this same silhouette, like they look good with shorts, they look good with sweats, they look good with denim. I will say, however, the denim, for some reason, I don't know if it's just because of the way this one is structured or the way that it's shaped, but it did feel a little bit off. Like I wouldn't necessarily see myself wearing this one too much with denim or with the denim that I have in my closet, just because like it looked kind of off compared to like the way that my denim sits with my ALD Garden Mules. But again, these shoes are just super easy and simple to style. Like there's not much going on. There's no lacing. There's no extra like, you know, utility to it. It's just like a shoe. You put it on. They're right by the door. I slide them on and I'm out the door. So styling wise, I really don't have much to add there. Again, like they look like the other ones and they serve the same purpose. So I can't add too much there. So like, again, I think they're good. These might be the summer shoe for me. Like I might wear these all summer for real. So styling wise, they're great. Now the thing that I will add, which I didn't add to the other review of the other like garden style mules or like mule type shoes, is the price point. So these sitting at like a $78 price point, I can say without a doubt, as it stands right now with my collection of mule shoes, you get way more bang for your buck with these. Like these are $78. And again, you're gonna feel the weight difference. You're gonna feel the structure difference. The insole is way different than the other ones. Like you can tell again, like they spent a little bit more time making these compared to the ALD Garden Mules, which are price tagged at like 90 bucks. And the Super Birkis are price tagged at like 72 bucks. Like price point wise, I would say if you're in the market for a shoe like this, you probably want to start here just because like they are a little bit more, you know, structured. They are a little bit more better put together. I don't know if that's like how you want to say it, but like these are definitely price point wise the better one to cop in my opinion. And really like the lasting notes that I want to just give on this one is just because like, again, it is something that is catching my attention every time I put these on. But like these random holes, I mentioned this earlier, but like, I don't know if it was just like the mold that this shoe was made through. That's the reason that they has like these holes in it. But again, being a consumer and you know, I haven't experienced that yet with the Super Birkis or the ALD Garden Mules. I see it too much. And like when I see something, I harp on it. And every time I put it on, I see these little holes. So like that would be the one thing that I would say like I don't like about these. It's definitely more apparent on the bottom. I don't know if you can see those tiny holes. And I don't know if that's like where it was held in place and they were, you know, shaping this shoe. I don't know if it was 3D printed. I don't know how this shoe is constructed. But again, it is something that I noticed. It's not only on the left, it's on the right, it's on the bottom, it's on the top. Like these random holes, and I'm just like, it would look so much better without it. But again, I'm not gonna like sit here and say like, you know, the shoe is terrible. Like this is a great shoe, but that is one call out that even when I initially opened the package, I was like, what is that? And I was like, what is that? Where are all these holes on the shoe? But again, overall, I think that this is a great shoe. Price point wise, it definitely outbeats the others. Comfortability wise, it falls right in the middle compared to the ALD Garden Mule being the best. The Super Birkis being like the least comfortable. I would say the Gardenheir falls right in the middle. Again, I'll do an update video after a couple months and it may outbeat the ALD Garden Mules, but as it stands right now, it's super structured. I have not broken these in, but I think if you're somebody who's looking to, you know, get into like the Garden Mule type shoe, I think this is a great start. I wouldn't necessarily say start with the ALD Garden Mule. It may be the more hype pair, but again, you're paying 78 bucks versus 90. It's probably gonna average out to like $100 with tax. You get 78 here, you're probably paying like $85 total, and you get a little bit more of like a well-structured shoe. Actually, hold on. Actually, there's one more thing I gotta add. So with the ALD Garden Mules and the Birkenstocks, they give you the option to wear it with the insole, and then it also gives you the option to wear it without the insole, which I thought was dope because, like, you know, you could sometimes dub those shoes as like water shoes. You know, if you have the cork insole, you just take it out, then it's just like an EVA shoe and you could just slide it on and go, like, you know, be at the pool, be at the beach or whatever. And I tried to do that with these. Again, this is the insole for the Gardenheir. But for some reason, again, I don't know what purpose this serves, and I'm not really too well known with this company, so it may serve some purpose. But as it stands, you can't rock these without the insole because this part right here is very uncomfortable. If you're just trying to wear it without the insole and you just put your foot there, it's not an even, you know, strip of like material. So it kind of feels weird. And the day that I did try to wear these without the insole, it just wasn't comfortable. Like, point blank period, you cannot wear these without the insole. And that's my opinion. So I'm sure somebody out there has done that. I'm sure somebody's done it and it's like, oh, it feels good to me. Again, that's just my opinion. Having shoes that have the similar shape and material wise, to me, I would definitely prefer to wear the other ones without the insole and they feel cool. These, with this whole little part here, again, it may serve some purpose. I don't know what it is, but I would not wear these without the insole. That is the one thing, or that's the second thing I would say the disadvantage is compared to the other ones, is this part right here. I'm just like, I don't know what that serves. And I almost think it would be better if it was just like an even material similar to like the ALD Garden Mules or the Birkenstock. So again, that was the last little piece that I'll add. Again, these are great shoes, and I think these are better starter ones if you're trying to get into like the Mule or the Garden Clog type vibe like I am for some reason. But all in all, I think they're great shoes. I think the price point, they're better than the other ones. There are some pros and cons to this pair compared to the other ones, but again, I think these are a better start. But yeah, that's gonna wrap up the video. Again, shout out to the person that recommended these shoes. Again, I am on the hunt, so if you know any other brand that sells like the Garden Clog or like that EVA clog type style, be sure to send me it either in the comments or DMs on Instagram. But without further ado, like I always do, I'll catch y'all in the next one. Catch y'all in the...
But I love the way you work it. Ay, I love the way you work it for